Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to day 11 of the 30-day email breakdown challenge. So, I'm Leonard. So, today we'll be breaking down one of the emails from Daniel Throssell. So, one thing about Daniel is that he's super duper good at storytelling, and some of the stuff that I about me on storytelling is from him actually. Yep, like such as creating a question in subject line. Yep. So that are that are just one of the tips that I get from him. So if you want to follow him like on his list, so I'll be providing a link down in the description below, so you guys can take a look at his writing through subscribing to his list. So that's one of the interesting fact about him. He's really good at storytelling. Yep. So without further ado, let's dive into today's email by from him, Daniel. So the subject line: the dark room, the worst, most unusual welcome email. So this is catchy, but if you are gonna use this kind of email, right? This kind of subject line, sorry, this kind of subject line, you have to make sure that you fulfill what you say in the body copy, which I think Daniel did it really good. But uh it is his email is a little bit too long, but that's not the main problem, because if your email is interesting, people will continue reading. So length is not a problem, but I just want to tell you that this email is pretty long. So I won't be going through each and every sentence word, just like the 10 breakdowns we have done before, because to save time, obviously, because and I want to get the main point straight to your end, so that you can implement them right away without getting confused by the overwhelming information. Yep. So if at any point of time you can't catch any sentence or any meaning over there, just feel free to click on the link below down the description box. There's a link to this PDF as well as the PDF for the other challenge, the other breakdowns. So don't worry about it. Just click on the link, get the PDF for yourself. Yep. So the main copy: you open your eyes, it's dark, you are strapped to the chair, your head, you are tucked on your right arm, it won't bend much. Same for the left, your feet are stuck to, you remember yourself where and then. So this is basically making putting the readers in the scene, and as he said here, it's like making the reader as a keep as a target for a kidnap. Yep. So this is pretty interesting. So he's doing a kidnapping scene here. Kidnapping scene. So he's the kidnapper here. Then he's tall, dark, dressed in a pair of the blue narrow jeans and a black t-shirt. So he's speaking an Australian accent. So my name is Daniel Trussell. So he's introducing himself, and he's the prisoner, and his reader is his reader, which is me, which is the the victim. Yep. So he's starting out by putting the readers in the scene, and to create a mental movie in their mind, so that they keep reading along the way. And he's using yep, as I say, he used a story to catch to grab his reader's attention, so that he can talk about his message. His message is to get them to click the unsubscribe button if they are not interested. This is also a way of repelling those he don't want to serve. Yep, okay, yep. As he said over here, he's moving away from those who did he don't want to serve, and attracting uh, his dream clients. So you can do that for your business too, by having a stand in your market, so that you have a certain limit to polarity and certain limit to offensive or language, because but being offensive, right, you can repel more people and also attract your greatest fans for your business. So that's a good point. That's one of the great benefits about um being offensive and being polar, yeah, being polarity, having polarity in your business, in your writing as well. So I encourage you to leave. So he's telling them to leave the email list. If they don't like it, then okay. So da, 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 don't you realize what's her name again? So Leonard, really? What were your parents thinking? Anyways, it's nasty. The old ways of selling doesn't work anymore. So he's breaking false belief right here, and I'm here to show you what. But wait, this isn't how autoresponder welcome email are supposed to go. You cry that what kidnapping stuff. You're supposed to give me a lame backstory, promise me weekly updates, and create some dumb open loop by promising that next I will learn. Okay, so he's identifying the norm, which is a boring norm. The way he's saying that the norm is boring, and being he's trying to be different in marketplace. And this I cut you off with a lightning shock. So he's using headers right here, just like a sales page, to attract his readers' attention to make them keep reading along the way. Then after that, well, there are rumors the best copywriter. In fact, call me one of the best copywriter in the world right now. After I helped him launch his best-selling book in Australian uh, history, I released his children unharmed shortly after. So my one of some of the best name in in the game. So he's increasing his credibility here. He's building the trust here, and the trust as well as the connection, because by mentioning these names, right, for let's say I'm into Chris work. So if I'm into Chris work and then Chris said that he's good, means oh I should, so meaning Daniel is a trustable person, because I trust Chris and Chris trusts him. So uh so it's kind of a no-brainer for me to trust him, right? Since who I trust him. Yeah. So anyway, the 15-second version of my backstory is this. So I was an engineer. Okay, then I won the copyright contest with my first ever sales letter. I jumped onto Upwork, and I'm one of its most expensive writer under 12 months. And ever since I've launched national best-selling books, then so this is a just a backstory of what he does, which is a story, uh, really focused story based email copywriting. Yeah, I would say. Yeah, he so most copywriters, most marketers, most business owners, right? They always say this sentence. Uh, Facts tell, story sells. But they balance facts and story very very carefully. For example, maybe 50% of their emails are facts, because facts are more direct, and they are normally used to close customers on their products or services. But when they use story, right, story is kind of like indirect form of conversation to their not really as aware as the hot audience in their list. Yeah, so story indirect, facts are direct. But for Daniel Trussell, right, I would say that 80 to 90% of it is story, and the way and this is kind of used for indirect conversation, and for 10 to 20% of his emails are direct, which is using facts. But he didn't really use much facts actually. But I would say those 10 to 20% is kind of like push sales to his launch. Yeah, so it's pretty direct sometimes. So so what here's the thing, 80 to 90% of his indirect kind of storytelling emails, right? Some are big ideas, some are small ideas. Big ideas like this one, which is a intro to his life, his list to a new subscriber. So this is considered a big idea, a not very big but bigger than the smaller idea that he normally does. So what kind of small idea he does is those mini story that daily story that happen in his life. So it's kind of like everyday story. Then Yeah, so those mini story acts like uh, a way to connect with his audience without telling facts. So back to the sentence where facts tell and story sells, right? Is that most marketers, even though most marketers say this, right, they also carefully balance 50-50 on this fact and story. But for Daniel, right, he's kind of like going almost all in story. So this is why I respect his work, because he managed to not really get too much into story when sometimes he needs to be direct in his email. When the reader already know who you are and doesn't need so much selling, he really can balance the direct, how direct he is using the how big his idea is in the story. Yep. So this is what he does. I know it's a little bit confusing, but if you were to subscribe to his email list, then you will you will slowly understand how this storytelling is. And that's one way of learning storytelling. Another way is to follow my 30-day email breakdown challenge. Yep, you got it. Okay, so and then still there's just one way I've been missing you, Lennon. In other words, I've been a foolish mistake. That's why I drag you inside to torture, educate. So this is kind of like his voice over here. He's making doing some humor right here. And look, I guarantee you, absolutely, here's the lesson. So how far you study? This is called the power of storytelling. So this is what he does. Uh, so it's storytelling, but in a way that it sells. Storytelling that sells. And if you are willing to learn, I will teach you a thing or two about how you can do it yourself. But for now, I'm getting tired of speaking, and of the whole because in the first one to okay. So he's setting the characters and let the reader know about them after each email. So we within in every of his email, right, he will mention these characters. So it's best that he set the tone up, set the background info up, like who's what's the name of his wife, his kids, all this. So when he mentioned, right, then the reader don't have to go back to the first or ask questions by replying to the email, like who's Haley, who's Illy, who's Esther, right? So he's setting up the tone. The and another thing that I think he does it well is that he doesn't repeat who. For example, he mentioned Haley in his next week's email, and then he won't say like Haley is my wife or what, or Ellie is my one of my youngest kid, because he knows that uh those who read his email are buyers. So like buyers meaning they will pay for his product. So and those who don't read, right, and those who don't understand are not his buyer. So he won't intentionally put in Haley is my wife or or Ellie Ellie and Esther are my kids in future emails, because he know that his buyer will keep in mind these points. So this is one of the ways he used, one of the techniques he used in his email, which is treat your reader like the buyer. If your reader don't understand your email, which means they will drop out, and that's fine, they will drop out because they are not your buyer, so let them be. Yep. And okay, so his so your next email will arrive in within 24 hours, and there's a way. Okay, so I'm just summarizing. So there's a way for his reader to get the next email quick, and that is by clicking the link right here. And this is what he called the parallel welcome series. So this series is like he sent an email to you, and if you click on the button below, just I just showed you, right, then he will send the second email. Then if you click the button in the second email, then he will send a third. Then if you click and fourth click, then so there's total 16 emails in this sequence, from what I see after subscribing to his his email list. And the reason why I'm showing you the first one instead of the second, third, or other of his emails is because you really have, if I were to tell you those emails, right, talk about those emails, you'll be confused, because as I said, right, he treat every of every email he write, like he's writing to his readers. So if you don't understand what he wrote at the beginning, right, then you can't understand what he's talking about later on. So yeah, so this is his welcome series that he kind of promote because it's free. Yeah, yeah, so I won't say he really promote that like hard selling or something, but he's just mentioning that he's doing this parallel welcome series, this sequence. Yeah, and he this is a unique sequence which provides value and make the reader stay because they know that they have something to learn. Yep. So this whole chunk is a substitution of what you will get bullet. So instead of doing bullets, right, he uses I will show you, I will show you. So this kind of like a repetition that creates a rhyme. Yep. So see, actually you don't find yourself. Press the button on your remote right now. No, no, not the blue one. So not the blue one. So he's trying to make the readers imagine having mental movies again. So so as you can see right along his email, there's a lot of mental movies going on. So that's one of the great thing that I love about his email as well. It's kind of a novel, but it's not. It's a email that it's an email that sells you through the entire journey. Okay, so so here's the PS, then so or if you like me and find or if you are yeah like me and find replying to welcome emails weird, just reply a blank reply and I will tell you the books and we can awkwardly pretend it all never happened. So the use of replying a blank the use of replying a reply, right, even a blank reply, is a way that he uses he used to get a whitelisted in his readers inboxes. So instead of telling your readers to whitelist, right, you can use this method, which is to ask them to reply to get whitelisted in your audience inboxes. So this is a good trick for your email list as well. So go get this, go do this. Yeah. So some of the summary notes is he's telling a fake story, kind of a fake story at the front, and to make them like a like a victim of a kidnap scene. And also he's identifying after that he identify his dream clients, dream customer by repelling those who those he don't want to serve. And then he move on to his backstory and what you will get from him, which is the parallel welcome series, and what you will learn from him, which is this substitution of what you will get bullet. And then he get the reader to keep reading. So as I said, right, this is a parallel welcome series. So he wants you to click on the link, click on the button here to so that he can keep sending you emails, uh, to keep you engaged, of course. And so two things good about this email is obviously, right, the storytelling skill is a perfect blend of novel kind of storytelling uh and marketing sales story. So it's like marketing sales story in a sense that it includes persuasion and liking elements like credibility, kind of backstory kind of thing. And so the second thing I like about this email is by having headers along the way to keep the reader's attention. So as I said, right, this kind of headers, which is what people normally do in sales page, which is at not not anything. It's not wrong, right? By using those in emails like this, it's interesting, and he does it very often. I think in almost every email he write, all of them have this, and I think that is really cool because like people marketers email marketers always think that they must follow. Okay, they are good that they didn't follow the email design kind of mindset, but uh within the email copy kind of thing, they should also they should also try out this method because it's like different in font can catch attention too. Yep. So one area of improvement here is to talk about some of the weird things he will do and tell his reader in the list. So to further repel those he don't want to serve. So for example, at this part, right, he's trying to move away from those he don't want to serve. So I encourage you to so in this part, like he can say some of the weird things that he do, like he will talk about he will talk about those sensitive stories or politics or something that he's something that his dream clients want to hear, but not not all, but the rest of the market don't want to hear. So this is kind of like creating a polarity there and attracting, like fully making use of those points to attract his dream client. Yeah. Yep. So that's one of my advice for um his email. So just let me know if you have any comments in my on my breakdown today. So yep, so that's all. Hope you like it. And if you like it, give me a thumbs up below, and remember to give subscribe to my channel so you get notified in my next video. So talk to you later.